Hey everyone, it's Brandy. I just wanted to come live and talk to you for a couple minutes about dehydration. I recently heard a fact that approximately 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. Well, chronically suggests that it means that it's not just like sometimes they're dehydrated, it means we're constantly dehydrated, and 75% of us, that's a lot. So I was just thinking a little bit about it and decided I wanted to come talk to you about it tonight. So I didn't realize that it was that many until recently when I heard this fact, but to be honest, I'm not really surprised that that many of us are dehydrated. With all the advertisements and marketing that are around us telling us how refreshing a Pepsi or a Coke, or how it's a celebration, or how we need to grab a beer, or whatever the beverage may be, you know, there's all sorts of marketing around there, around it telling us that these drinks are refreshing and give us something that it doesn't. So I'm not surprised at how many of us reach for that instead, although I have noticed that I have a lot of, at least in my circle of friends or the people that I hear talk about it, have been drinking more water, so that is fabulous. But I used to be one of those people who would drink Pepsi, only Pepsi, you know, and so obviously I've changed that, and I drink pretty much almost exclusively water now. But even though I still drink water pretty much exclusively, there are still times when I can tell that I'm dehydrated. And so I just wanted to share with you some of the signs that you're dehydrated so that you can be more aware of it and take action. So your action, of course, is always going to be to drink more water. So signs. Thirst. I know it's an obvious sign, but thirst. When you're thirsty, you are already dehydrated. So it's not time to get something to drink because you think you're going to be dehydrated. You need to drink water, and lots of it, because you are already dehydrated if you're starting to feel thirsty. Urine. I know it's a big taboo. You don't talk about bathroom issues or bathroom things, but urine. If your urine is not clear or barely clear, or has a lot of yellow in it, then that isn't a big flag. So if your urine is dark or dark yellow, it is a sign that you are severely dehydrated and you need to drink lots and lots of water. So constant dry mouth is another one. So, you know, obviously thirst is the first sign, and then that you're starting to be dehydrated, and then as you go, your mouth will start to feel dry. So a lot of us, you know, if we have dry mouth, we reach for a mint or a piece of gum or something like that, and instead we need to be drinking water. Now, I know that bad breath is obviously a side effect of having dry mouth, and so a lot of times we reach for those mints and gums to help with, because we feel like we have a bad breath. So if that's the case, add some mint to your water, mint leaves to your water, and that will give you the minty taste, the minty flavor to kind of help with your bad breath that you're worried about. But it will help keep you hydrated, and it will help relieve those symptoms of the dehydration versus just treating the bad breath. Then headaches is another sign of dehydration. So our bodies are made up of a lot of water, and our brains especially hold a lot of water. And so when we're dehydrated, our body starts pulling water from all these places in our body to start filling the needs of the water and the water's function in the body. And so when we have a headache, it's signs that that sometimes some of that water has been being used from our brain area or our brains to fill in functions. And so sometimes instead of reaching for a pain reliever, what you really need to do is be reaching for some water. So next time you have a headache, try grabbing, I mean, if it's not I understand that there's stress headaches and there's migraines and there's some things that, you know, certain things can trigger. But, you know, if you just have a headache, reach for a couple glasses of water and drink up your water first and see if that helps, and give it a half an hour. If that's not helping, then go ahead and take your pain reliever. But give water a shot first if you have a headache. I know it might be kind of weird at first, but give it a try. And then another sign of dehydration is that you're low on energy. So I know a lot of things can cause you being low on energy, anything from what you feed your body all the way to you didn't get a lot of sleep. But if you're noticing all of these symptoms combined or multiples of these symptoms, it's a good sign that you are dehydrated and you need to just be drinking water. So now that we know some of the signs of dehydration, what can we do to prevent it? Well, first of all, you can start your day with water. Yep, that's right. You get up and you drink 8 to 16 ounces of water. Your body becomes dehydrated as you sleep because it's using water from your body and you're not drinking while you're sleeping. So it's, 6 to 8 to 10 hours where your body is functioning and pulling water from your cells, but you're not drinking that water to replace the water in those cells, so you become dehydrated overnight. And so to get your system started right again, you need to drink water first thing in the morning. Another simple formula is a rather simple formula for if you're knowing how much if you're drinking enough water, is to take your body weight, divide it in half, and drink those many ounces in water as half your body weight. Now that's, like I said, it's a simple formula. Sometimes it's not even enough. Some studies show that you need to actually be drinking a full gallon of water a day. So, but it's a place to start. I know for the people who are non-water drinking half of your body weight in ounces of water seems like an impossible feat. So it's just somewhere to start. It's a goal to reach. So start with drinking 2 glasses of water, or drink a glass of water instead of one of your sodas for the day. So just something to start on it, and it'll become easier the more you do it. And I know a lot of people say they don't drink water simply because they don't like the taste of plain water because it doesn't have much of a flavor. Well, to help that, you can add things to your water. There's all sorts of recipes out there for infused water, and I know it sounds funny to say recipe for water, but what I prefer, if I am not drinking plain water, I actually like to add a couple pieces of frozen pineapple and 1 frozen strawberry, and I love the flavor that it gives. But some people do just lemon wedges, some people do lime, some people do lemon, lime, and an orange. So there's all sorts of different things to do to add to your water. I've heard cucumber is really helps your water taste really refreshing. So those are just a few ideas to help you get some more water in. Another thing you can do to help prevent dehydration is ease up on drinks such as coffee and soda and sugary drinks. These drinks actually cause dehydration instead of helping with it. So, we reach for these drinks because we're thirsty, but in all actuality, they're not really helping quench our thirst. In fact, instead, they're making us more thirsty or making us more dehydrated. The last thing I wanted to talk about is just grab your water. So, I've been striving to get 100 ounces of water in a day, and this is the last that I have. I've got about 6 ounces left to drink to get to 100 ounces today, but I've been short on my water goal this last week. I've only been getting more like 75 in, and I've been able to tell that I haven't been drinking as much water. My mouth is more dry and things like that today. So I've been making sure that I hit my water goal, but I hope that this was helpful for you, and I will talk to you later. Have a great night.